All right, for this video, what I wanted to do was I wanted to kind of use life as a metaphor. And the metaphor for life that I wanted to use was a poker game. By the way, I don't really know poker rules or anything like that, but I got a metaphor for life and it's poker. Either way. So, where was I going to start with? Okay, so first of all, when people, okay, so what do you know about poker? You know the poker face. You have the poker face. So in poker, when somebody has a poker face, you're trying to decide whether it's a bluff. Is he really holding those cards or not? Because some players have a poker face, but they don't have the cards, but it looks like they do with their poker face. And some guys have poker faces, and they actually do have the cards, to win and everything, and it's no bluff, right? And I'm sure there's the strategies and things in poker. Some guy can win big pots 6 times in a row, and everybody's like, "How'd you do that? How'd you do that? How'd you do this? How'd you pull out kings? How'd you pull out queens? How'd you pull out aces?" People are always asking questions like that. How'd you get, whatever, this or that? And everybody's asking that. Now, the thing is that, you're not really conscious of everything. It's only people looking from the outside and they see different things. How'd you do this? How'd you do that? The truth is that you're just playing. Well, for me, it's that I'm just playing the game. And I'm just playing it the way it is. And I'm not even thinking about things that I'm doing. There's so many things I'm doing and I'm not even thinking about it. I'm moving and I'm playing with the game. So I'm not even paying attention to those things. If somebody tells me, "Oh, that was really something that you did that was really cool," I'm glad to accept it. I think it's a good thing, but I'm not really worrying about it or thinking about it. All right, got that done with. The other thing I wanted to talk about was obviously the cards that you're dealt. You know what I mean? Dude, for me, being a genuine person and never accepting anything fake or non-genuine, where I find myself is that when I found myself in a position in my life, could be at any age, where I felt like I didn't accomplish something, or I failed in something, or I didn't do well enough, I feel like I can pick it right back up. You gotta remember, on this planet, man, nobody truly dies. Whenever somebody dies, they bury them in a cemetery under, like 6 feet under, they call it. They bury them 6 feet under, and their body is still in the goddamn coffin. Now, people will say, well, unless they're mummified, their bodies will decompose in 300 years, 400 years, maybe 500 years. Okay, but how many years did I know them for? Maybe I knew them, at the most 30 years ago. So their bodies are still there. And, according to the Bible, it says that their souls are still there, and they're still watching, listening, knowing, and feeling everything that's going on the planet. So nothing is truly gone. And on top of that, not only are they feeling, but they're a part of the type of person they were. And they're still a part of their life in the world, even though the life has changed. 30 years is not a long time. They can still be part of their life in some way or some form, still feeling, still sensing, having emotions. You know what I mean? That means that nothing is really, it's done. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like sometimes people want to be like, "How'd you do that? Like, did you go, how do you go in the past? Like, and do that?" And it's like, well, I've always been genuine. So if there's something I felt like I genuinely could have beaten, that I let somebody win, or that I left on hold, or that I left in limbo, I feel like I can always go back and play it. And that's when I use the poker thing. One of the most common life quotes from poker is, play the hands that you're dealt. Or you know what I mean? Saying that, it's not, it's how you play the game, not what the game gives you in the form of cards. And I'm sure you've heard this if you're into 90s hip hop stuff. The clothes don't make the player makes the clothes. You know what I mean? What this means is that you have a lot of your person can be very strong or very weak. You can be generic, you can be unique. There's a lot of stuff that goes into all this, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, if I'm playing a poker game and there was something insufficient, or there was something that my type of person should have done but didn't do, or whatever the case is, no regrets, because it might not be the first game back, but maybe the 7th or 8th game back. Guess what? I'm playing I'm playing that role and accomplishing that thing I didn't do. Now people will go, how did you do that? You know, it's like you went back in the past, or it's like you're in the future. It's like you're in the present so well. No, but I'm just playing the game the way I'm supposed to. I'm genuine, and that's why I'm working with it. You know, that's why I feel like I work with rules and protocols and updating and changing. You know, our technology updates every day these days. You know, like in 3 months they got a whole different version of a laptop out. You know what I mean? And we always have to stay up. You know, we always have to try to stay current with things. So I feel like being genuine, it's very easy, you know, because it's easy to play with rules when you're not lying and making excuses and trying to manipulate and doing stupid shit. When you're not doing all that, you're able to kind of play with real rules. If a rule is real and I'm a real person, I'm playing with that rule. You know, so there's no hiding from me. There's no running away. There's no leaving it undone or leaving it in limbo anymore, because I'm pretty sure pretty much everything that I ever had to deal with in my life, I'm probably dealt with already right now. And if somebody's person didn't feel it, well, if they're dead, well, their dead body and their soul right now is feeling that very thing and feeling it and understanding it, and that feels good to me. Nothing is like unfinished business that's gonna go unfinished on this planet. You know, when this planet is done, it's gonna be 100% finished business. That's what I believe. Anyways, do I have anything else to say? Not really. That was my poker game metaphor for life. And we're out.